Start streaming camera, hold on. Okay, wait. I think we're live. Let me go check the link.
Okay, it's working. I think we're on.
Okay, we're live. We're going live now. Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
Good afternoon, everyone. We do apologize for the delay. Thank you just for taking the time to join us for this COVID-19 webinar.
Yeah, we're live.
Good afternoon, everyone. We do apologize for the delay. Thank you just for taking the time to join us for this COVID-19 webinar. With the world facing this pandemic, we only felt that it's right that us as Magnitude play our part to help combat this deadly disease. For those of you who don't know us, we have developed a mobile platform that allows us to digitize business processes and deploy them on a mobile and web-based application. Good afternoon, everyone. We do apologize for. Good afternoon, everyone. We do apologize for the delay. Thank you just for taking the time to join us for this COVID-19 webinar. With the world facing this pandemic, we only felt that it's right that us as Magnitude play our part to help combat this deadly disease. For those of you who don't know us, we have developed a mobile platform that allows us to digitize business processes and deploy them on a mobile and web-based application. Good afternoon, everyone. We do apologize for. Good afternoon, everyone. We do apologize for the delay. We essentially specialize in taking companies' processes digital. We have developed a COVID-19 solution to help companies understand how their staff are feeling, what they can do as an organization to help, what advice they can provide their employees, and to help streamline data and communication to calm the anxiety and disruption that we're all feeling at this current time. We would just like to iterate that we as Go Mobile will not be profiting from this solution, but rather providing this as our social responsibility to all existing clients at no charge. However, with this being said, we have received a number of companies who are not Magnitude clients requesting the solution, and we are concerned with the server overload based on the new companies utilizing this process with all staff. So new companies coming on board to use the solution will be charged a nominal fee of 3,000 Rand a month. This will be used for server upgrades. The provisioning and support of the application will be free. All right, we're now going to jump into the COVID-19 ecosystem and application. All right, so for all our existing clients, this ecosystem should look quite familiar. For those of you that are joining us for the first time, essentially this is a process flow for the application using conceptual users to run through the story of how the solution is used in an organization. All right, as you can see at the top of this ecosystem, we basically have two conceptual users, one being Cindy, who is the HR manager, and the other user being Kyle, who is the employee. What we're basically going to do is we're just going to take you guys through a process flow of the application. I've actually got my phone sitting on the right hand side of the screen over here, and we're going to go and log into the application. Alright, and what we're basically going to do is I'm going to be playing the role of Cindy, and we're basically going to take you through the flow. So basically, to start it off, Cindy selects the COVID-19 button on her application. She begins the process by selecting track employee. Over here, as you can see, Cindy adds the employee contact details, or in this case, I'm actually going to select myself. Once we have either selected or added the new employee, I'm going to simply just submit. As you can see, we've actually got Kyle to Keagan, so in this case, Kyle would be the HR manager and Keagan would be the employee. What essentially happens from this side is Keagan will receive an SMS and email that is pushed by Kyle. Keagan will view the information and clicks on the link to reflect on his daily health check. So as you can see, if I go into my SMSs over here, I've actually got my daily health check. So I can go in here and I can see view all. Health checkup. Hi Keagan, we have taken the initiative to track your daily well-being. We want to know how you are feeling, your progress in the event that you contract corona. Please do the following. Please click on the link provided, provide us with your current health and completing a check. Each morning, please re-click the same link and resubmit so we can track your health. I now go and I actually click the link. This now actually takes me to the COVID-19.mobi page which we have created. Please complete now and upon waking up each day. So I'll now go ahead and actually state my location. In this case, it's home. Have you experienced any of the following symptoms? In this case, I'm actually going to say yes. I'm going to say yes to cough. I'm going to say yes to sore throat. I'm going to say yes to headache. Do any of your household members have any of the following symptoms? Yes. I can actually go in now and actually put in a comment. And I submit. Your submission was successful. Help us help you. Please remember to complete your health check tomorrow by clicking on the same link in the SMS or email. What actually happens here is by clicking here, I'm actually automatically rerouted to the World Health Organization where I can see all of the information around this virus and what's happening. All right. Back on the application side, as Kyle, I essentially receive a notification. I can go over here and I can see, okay, Keagan has basically made us aware of his daily health. I can go and I can immediately see that he has received a negative outcome, which means that he's currently not feeling well with possibility of actually contracting the coronavirus. I can go down and I can actually now view all the information said by Keagan that he is experiencing a fever, a cough, and a sore throat, as well as headaches. He's also provided me with a comment. Right, as an organization now, or as a manager, I can actually go into the chat function. I can extend the form and actually see all the information regarding this, and I can actually open up communication with not only all the other managers involved in this process, but actually with Keagan as the employee. From here, we can give advice as to what this employee should do while facing these symptoms. And your family. And I send. What happens is now, me being the employee, there's no need for me to actually download this application in order to take part. We will actually now be sending through this message a link received by the employee, inviting them to the chat where we can actually communicate with them, share some advice, see how they're doing, and actually just help them through this process. The SMS normally takes about a minute or so just to come through. There we go, actually received the communication. So over here I can actually now see health check communication. Please contact your GP. Do not return to work. Please take care of yourself and your family. Please click the link below. This now essentially opens up communication with the employee who's currently sitting at home. No need for any type of external software, stuff like that. They essentially open up to a chat. Here where we can see all the information that I've logged, along with the actual communication that's taken place. From my side as the employee now, I can actually begin by communicating back. And there my communication goes. Essentially what we're doing is we've provided a collaborative tool that allows the managers and the company to engage with their employees during this time. Alright, I'm actually going to go back into the application. Back to my home page. Over here I can actually see that there's one chat waiting for me. I go in and I can see the communication around this particular employee. The next day they will essentially, and here's just the notification to pop up. So the communication is essentially going on here. Alright, this is essentially done for each employee as we're trying to personalize all the communication that's happening to specific employees, allowing the company to basically filter through a list of all employees and see who is essentially feeling well, who's not, who are the high risk items. All this information that we're collecting from the application, we actually then have a link to Microsoft BI, where I'm going to hand over to Kyle now to explain in a bit more detail as to the information and what's being represented in the BI. Kyle.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. Where do I just get this? Sorry, just give me 2 seconds. I'm not doing this. I'm not trying. Alright guys, sorry, do apologize for that. As you can see here, this is the COVID-19 business intelligence report that we have put together as just a demo. So if I log in here, alright, and just give it a second to open up. Alright, sorry guys, just bear with us quickly, it's just loading up. Alright, cool, and here you can see it's just nearly loaded up over here. All right. Starting from the top, we've got our COVID-19 business intelligence report. All right, an establishment here, this is how we can break up any organization. So what we can do here is we can break a business up by maybe area or by department or so forth. All right, here we've got a date item. Here we've got a filter, so we can actually filter by employee, and we can see the total number of employees and the total number of responses. All right, so how it works here you can see the total number of submissions per user, and you can see exactly how the guys are using the app in terms of utilization. If I go down over here, right now we can see a trend analysis, and in this trend analysis we can see the number of cough, fever, headaches and sore throats on a line graph, and that is also on a date item longitude. Alright, if we come down here, alright, what we can see over here you can actually see the average health of the organization. Alright, so right now there's obviously two options. You're either safe, which means that the majority of you guys are healthy, or there is in the red, which means the majority of you guys are sick. Alright, right now when the guys are locking in, we can actually see where the guys are working from, whether they're working from home, working from the office, or if there's another location that they're working from. Right now we can go down and also do by symptoms, and we can see exactly what the guys or how the guys are feeling based on their symptoms. And this is just a consolidated view of how everyone feels. With that being said, I can also go to the top here and I can select a specific user, and once I've selected the specific user I can come down and everything will change. So I can see that specific user, okay, he's one, he's pretty healthy, and these are the shades. So this is a dynamic BI report in the sense that everything changes. If I scroll down a little bit further, it will actually show me where the guys are working. Okay, so from the status as well. So yeah, we can now, using the status icons, we can actually see whether the COVID status was unknown, whether someone's tested positive, or whether someone's tested negative. All right, what you can see here is a similarity report of all of the symptoms. So based on your organization, I can see that 33% of people have a fever, or 29% of people have a cough, or 29% a sore throat, or 33% a headache. And that's from just a singularity report, which is a similarity report. And right now I can also go down into the depth of all of the forms that have been captured. So right now if I go up here and I select for a particular user and everything changes, it will show me exactly the health of this one specific user. And I can go down and I can see here, okay, this user is pretty healthy. I can see all of the symptoms, all of the, well, we've just asked him the COVID symptoms, exactly how this guy is feeling, and exactly from a similarity perspective how all of the employees are feeling, but from this specific user it's just been filtered. And from here I can see that this user's COVID status is unknown. And from a business intelligence report, that's pretty much what we've developed for you. I'm going to pass you guys back on to Keaganm.
Alright, thanks for that, Carl. I think, yeah, just pretty much to illustrate the point that Carl was saying in terms of using the statuses. So over here I can see this particular employee was a high-risk person. When they've actually received their test back, we make use of these status items where you can see over here, which essentially just allows us to say, okay, this person has tested positive, or they've tested negative, or they've actually recovered. So now we're actually just tracking the whole cycle of what's happening, you know, with this particular employee, and all of that reflects once again in the Microsoft BI tool, just to basically give the business a better visual view of what's going on. Yeah, I think from our side, you know, we're facing a very serious problem at the moment in the world, and there's a lot of uncertainty. So once again, us just wanting to play our part to essentially try curve, you know, the spread of this virus. What we actually have done is we've also partnered with a company called New Mobile, and essentially they are helping us fight the fight during this lockdown period, as they are an essential service helping to provide data connectivity and hardware to companies through this difficult time. For more information, in the description below, we've actually provided me and Kyle, both of our email addresses and mobile numbers, along with a link that everyone can click to actually access a form which will allow you to deploy the solution within your organization. Yeah, any further questions, please don't hesitate to leave a comment. Also, if you'd like to send us an email, you can do. We also accept WhatsApp. I hope this has been a helpful session. And yeah, everyone please stay safe out there. And we just need to stay united during this time. And yeah, I hope everyone just has a restful evening. And yeah, thanks a lot.